you give yourself is, I believe, to make that decision and say life is too short to suffer. It doesn't matter what happens, you're going to find something to enjoy and appreciate.
You find what you're looking for. You want to get sad? Go read all the negative stuff. It's there, unlimited. You want to be happy? Go find all the free content around happiness, self-fulfillment, positivity.
Give yourself is, I believe, to make that decision and say life is too short to suffer.
I'm not an advocate of
it doesn't matter what
toxic
happens,
positivity or rose-colored
you're going to find something to enjoy and appreciate.
But I do believe that
you find what you're looking for.
Choose the thing that
you want to get sad?
For,
go read all the negative stuff. It's there,
say,
unlimited.
I'm going to go out and find some evidence.
You want to be happy? Go find all the free content around happiness, self-fulfillment, positivity.
I believe to make that decision and say life is too short to suffer.
I'm not an advocate
of the things or the bad stuff. It brings me back to perspective that my life is amazing, even if it's horrible. My life is amazing, even if it's the worst day ever and everything's against me. I lose all my money and something else bad happens. It's still incredible.
You focus so much on the negative that you forget all the positive. And then when you do think about the positive, you're not putting the energy in the positive like you put in the negative. I know how to talk negative just like you know how to talk negative, but it don't work. It don't help nobody. Because if I put my energy into something negative, automatically my body's gonna respond and I'm gonna start doing negative stuff. I was homeless too. My father wasn't in my life too. I've been in struggles too. But I've come to realize that when you think optimistically and you speak positively, you can speak those things which are not as though they were. You can say certain things out your mouth and make it happen.
Positive thinking is not about being delusional. Positive thinking is about learning how to take control of internal processes and understanding that that will shape your external environment. But it's about remaining in control of the internal landscape. It's about knowing that despite shifts in the external landscape, you're going to be okay.
This wave of betrayal, this wave of fear, this wave of grief, this wave of frustration, this wave of feeling stuck, this wave of feeling hopeless, it's temporary. It will come and it will go. And when you realize that emotions are temporary, it also gives you perspective to know that something better is coming.
One of my mentors, she had this business card that she used to give out to people. And it said that her greatest regret in life is trading in what she wanted in the bigger picture for what she wanted in that moment. And I always think about my life in that way of, is this what I want for the greater good, for my story to be, or am I acting out of a place of desire? Am I acting out of a place of wanting to change the way that I feel right now, knowing that that will hinder me? That's not really what I want. What place am I coming from?
Smart people like the idea of being cynical because it seems like you've considered all of the options. Only somebody that's a smooth-brained idiot would believe that things are going to go well, but it fails to recognize that your experience of your life is largely determined by the story that you tell yourself about it.
Well, I think it's the idea of going, look, you can change the way that you think about things. So I was thinking about things I can do this narrow bandwidth of things. My belief system, the assumptions I've made about life. Well, you can get a job and you can work for someone. And after you get a job and you work for 40 years, you get a pension. And when you get the pension, I was on a conveyor belt.
Sure.
And suddenly I went, oh, I could believe anything. I could believe that I could do anything. I could believe that I could be the guy on the TV show telling jokes. And you can. What you believe dictates your life. You'll be the barrier. You'll be the thing that stops you.
Life itself is what we deem it.
That's exactly right. It is what we deem it. And so you have to be relentlessly protective of the information that you take in, the thoughts that occupy your mind, the people that you surround yourself with. Because all of those things are influence factors. Another Stoic philosopher once said that, you know, when you leave your house and when you come back that night, you come back as a different man. You're never the same man coming back, right? Well, you're either coming back as a better human, more transcendent, more aware, more connected, or not.
So every single day for me, it starts at ground zero. I'm humble and I'm listening and my mind is open. And this is what I've seen and this is what I can tell you about. Everything that I look at, I try and look at from a humble perspective. And if you don't do that, it's going to be a problem.
Perspective is everything. Let's go. I need you to hear me loud and clear. How you see this thing is everything.
I just limited envy and jealousy, and I leaned into optimism and gratitude. If you're deeply unhappy, instead of blaming everyone else for it, put in the work to get out of it, because you can. I believe in people. I fucking believe in you.
How will you see the rest of your day? Because how you see the rest of your day will oftentimes determine the way you see the rest of your life.
Working on yourself, talking to yourself. That's so very important. Overcoming the negative conversation, that inner dialogue that's going on all the time, even when you don't want it to be there. You can't stop yourself right now from thinking. You can't do it. It's going on. And so learning how to empower yourself, part of doing that is standing up to yourself. You've got to stand up inside yourself sometimes and say, shut up.
When are you going to realize that you got to get to a point and focus on the better things that are going to get you to the next level and beyond in your life?
What's the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning? If you're checking your phone, stop that. Instead, try this technique from the mind science pioneer.
Persistence, consistency, resilience, courage, establishing your priorities, mastering self-awareness, maintaining focus, believing that your help is coming, because if your dream only requires you, it's not big enough.
Most people go through life never discovering what their talents are. Most people never develop their talents. They have skills and abilities, but if you don't nurture them, if you don't develop them, they will never serve you. Your gifts can take you many places if you develop your gifts.
All you got to do is realize that it's up to you to make a difference in your life.
The only reason you're not the best right now is because you don't believe you're the best now. And when you walk out this room, I want you to go in the I'm the best right now. He said, before you even become number one, start to proclaim it and say it long before it happens. So there are those of you who want to mimic their behavior. It's not their behavior you need. It's their mindset that you need. It's the way they think is what you need. You need to start to believe.
You have something that you brought to the universe, and that if you decide that my life deserves my developing this what I do well, and becoming the best at it, and mastering myself, and seeing what I have within me, if you decide to drop your buckets where you are and develop your gifts, I grant you, you'll never ever be without. I grant you that your gifts will take you places that will literally amaze you. I grant you that if you begin to work to develop your gifts, you'll develop a strong sense of happiness. You'll get a larger vision of yourself, because part of beginning to get a larger vision of yourself, all of us need some area of our lives where we can have a feeling of competence. That people know when they think about this area, that's something you do. That you eat and sleep that, and that you do that, and people know it.
I don't care what it is that you're trying to achieve, what you're trying to accomplish, what you're trying to give, how you're trying to evolve, what you are looking to become. Everything rises and falls on your perspective.
If you decide to maintain a sense of integrity with yourself, that if I speak it, I'm going to live it. It's who I am.
I know you hate the gym. I know you hate to lift weights. I know you hate cardio. I know you don't like drinking water. I know you don't like taking care of your temple. You think it's the hardest thing to do in the world to commit. But there is somebody who's in the grave today, and if they had another opportunity to live, they would enthusiastically, with great confidence and courage and consistency, do what you hate just to live a little longer. Find the positive, see the bigger picture, guard your gratitude. What price are you willing to pay to make the dream a reality?
But just look forward. Look forward to the best of you. Look forward to the mistakes you may make. Look forward to the failures that may come your way.
And don't give up on yourself. Don't throw the towel in so quickly. Many people give up on the 1-yard line.
It's up to you to understand that you do matter and that you got some work to do.
I would rather you confront, fight, and fail than for you just to settle for the comfort of remaining the same. Change is tough, but change is possible for some of you. The world's not going to become easier all of a sudden. No, as you mature, you're going to have more responsibilities, more things that people expect out of you. But the truth is, you can do hard things. The truth is, as long as there's breath in your lungs, there's hope in your heart.
Ask yourself, what's my dream? What's my dream?
You think you're just here to work on a job, pay the bills, keep a roof over your head, a car note, and then die? Come on, give me a break. Raise the bar on yourself. Challenge yourself. Decide you're not going to be the same person. I want you to have the mindset that you're going to live an expanded vision of yourself. And you're going to go all in.
I don't know your name, but I know you have a dream. You may be listening to me in your closet, your bedroom, the gym, the car, the bus, the train, the plane. I don't know where you're going, but I know you are going somewhere. You've got a destination. Keep a no excuse mentality. Then the sky is not your limit. The sky is your starting point. I never get turned off. Every single day, I want my destiny. I want my dream.
You got to have this vision of yourself beyond your circumstances. You've got to see yourself every day. I can do this. I can make this happen. I'm blessed and highly favored. Good things are supposed to happen to me. You've got to see yourself every day and get out of your mind those old thoughts, that old belief system. Every day you've got to sell yourself on that it's possible. See, let me share something with you. The easiest thing I've ever done was to earn $1 million. The most difficult thing I've ever done was to believe it could happen to me.
We all want to do something. We all want to be somebody. We all want to go somewhere. If these things are going to happen, we've got to stop habitually gravitating to excuse. You've got a destiny to fulfill. You've got a purpose to walk into. You've got a test to pass. You've got dots to connect, rooms to walk in, stages to stand on, and tables to sit down at.
But you got to put a new mind in you. You got to get out of your mind. You got to begin to restructure your thinking.
I'm ready to do this for my family. I'm ready to do this for my mother. I'm ready to win for my father. I'm ready to make history and ready to do something that nobody ever thought I could do.
And we mistake the fact that we're supposed to be comfortable 24/7. Well, let me tell you something. Comfortable is equivalent to complacent.
It's not always about the accomplishment. It's about the effort.
I choose not to be a common man. It's my right to be uncommon if I can. I seek opportunity, not security. I want to take the calculated risk. To dream and to build, to fail and to succeed. I refuse to live from hand to mouth. I prefer the challenges of life to the guaranteed existence. The thrill of fulfillment to the stale calm of utopia. I will never cower before any master, nor bend to any threat. It's my heritage to stand erect, proud and unafraid, to face the world boldly and say, this I have done.
Who doubts you? I'm worried when you doubt you. Because when you doubt you, you can't get nothing done. When you doubt you, every little thing that gets in your way turns you back. When you doubt you, all of a sudden things just seem to be harder. But out of everybody who doubts you, you can't doubt you. You got to believe in you. You got to believe in your ability. You got to believe that you can win.
We get one opportunity to come this way. We get one shot. We got one life to live. Life is too short to make excuses.
So I just came to talk to the game changers and to the change agents who are willing to confront any part of you that's not speaking to your madly, wildly amazing future.
When somebody is in love with who they've been called to become, what they've been called to fulfill, what they've been destined to do, there is no day off.
I'm telling you, don't wait another moment. Don't wait another day. Don't wait another minute.
It's lonely. It's challenging. It requires discipline. It requires perseverance. It's a mindset. It's not over until I win.
People that make excuses are not connected to their destination. They don't have an end game. They don't have a goal. You have allowed yourself to become a weak link covered under the blanket of excuses. But I'm just wondering if there's anybody here that has a dream.
I am ready. Come on, come on. I am ready. Come on, let me hear you. I am ready. One more time. I am ready.
The pen has always been in your hand. I say write a story that's going to be damn good to read. And ask yourself, what's my dream? What are you willing to do that you've never done before? What are you willing to say that you've never said before?
When you live like a warrior, you are vigilant, you are courageous, you take initiative, you're ambitious, you have an expanded vision of yourself. You're gonna take some chances on you. You're gonna bet on you. You don't settle for any and everything when you're a warrior. And you got to be in fight mode. You got to be ready to fight. Life is a fight for territory. Once you stop fighting for what you want, what you don't want will automatically take over.
This is the year for reset. This is the year for restart. This is the year for reignite. This is the year for repeat the things that you love. This is the year for recommit. This is the year for redesign. This is the year for re-engage. This is the year for restart. This is that year.
Fight like a warrior and die a legend.
If you want to start to feel happy, it starts with you wanting to feel happy. We like to sit and dwell. We like to sit in our own sadness. Make sure you're spending time every single day, whether it's 15, 20 minutes, whether it's an hour, 2 hours. Take time to allow your mind separation from the stresses of your day. If you expect to fail, you will fail. On the other hand, if you expect to win, you will win. And he's right, because doctors and psychologists, both alike, they agree that worrying actually does shorten your life, and it does damage your body. We need to clear our thinking before we go to sleep. We're talking about a book that Norman Vincent Peale wrote, The Power of Positive Thinking. Let's kick this off with golden nugget number 1, creating your own inner happiness. You are responsible for your own happiness, because unhappiness is usually the byproduct of you thinking sad thoughts, you having these negative feelings, you having resentment towards others, and just having an overall crappy outlook on life. So if you think those things, what do you think is going to happen? You have to force yourself to not think those negative thoughts. Peel says we have to get into the happiness habit by thinking upbeat, cheery thoughts throughout the day. We like to sit and dwell. We like to sit in our own sadness. I don't like to do that, but I just know that sometimes my brain forces me to do that, and I don't know why. So I have to force myself to not do that. I have to put on upbeat music. I have to go do something productive. I have to get in the gym. I have to go hang around friends that are gonna make me laugh. And it's tough. At first, it doesn't feel right. It feels like you're forcing it because you are forcing it, but eventually it starts to make you feel better. There are miracles happening all around you. There is beauty all around you. Open your eyes and look.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to this amazing May Day event. Welcome to this amazing May Day event. We're going to have a fantastic time. We're going to have a fantastic time this evening. If you can hear me, go to the comments and just type 1. If you can hear me, go to comments and type 1. Wow, wow. This is a once in a lifetime event, and I'm super excited to be the one bringing in our founder, our president, Ambassador Michael Okuli. But before we do that, we're going to go into our prayers. I hope that we prayed. I hope we fasted today, being the first day of May 2025. I hope that we fasted today. So I want someone to lead us in the prayers. I don't know if any of the J leaders would like to lead us in prayer, or let me just go ahead and do the prayer. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this amazing day. We thank you for all you have done. We give you all the praise. We give you all the glory. We thank you for keeping us for 4 months into 2025. We say, be thou exalted in Jesus' name. Father, we commit today's meeting unto your hands. We pray that we shall be hearers and doers indeed in the name of Jesus. Let your will be done. Give our president wisdom as he goes on in this journey in the name of Jesus. In Jesus' name we have prayed. Fantastic. The meeting is declared open. Please, if you have not sent your teammates the link, ensure you send your teammates the YouTube link immediately, because we are about to have a fantastic time today. I'm going to go ahead and read our vision and our mission. By now, we should know the vision and mission offhand, or is it off heart like they say, but I'm just going to go ahead and share it just in case we do not know it. Okay, so what is the vision of C2 Energy? The vision of C2 Energy is to raise a financially free people who will in turn raise other financially free people who will collectively use their resources and affect the world positively. I'm going to do that again. Our vision is to raise a financially free people who will in turn raise other financially free people who will collectively use their resources and affect the world positively. That is our vision. And our mission is to raise 50,000 diamonds in the connected economy and usher in the next generation world changers. Now, before we do that, is there any Muslim we have that can say a prayer for us? The Zoom link is limited, just the J leaders. But if there's any Muslim that would like to say a prayer for us, indicate. I don't know how we can get the link to one of the Muslims. I don't know if any of the leaders can help me do that, or can send while I go ahead and do the recognitions and other things I'm supposed to do. If somebody can go ahead and send the link, okay? Send the link to one of the Muslims to pray, then we will also do that. So please just indicate to me when that is done, and then I will make room for the Muslims to pray. Okay, fantastic. So our mission, one more time, to raise 50,000 diamonds in the connected economy and usher in the next generation world changers. Okay, awesome. This is our mission. And today, the topic for today's masterclass with our president is hard work versus smart work. And he's going to be teaching us, okay, why you must work so hard and still, why people work so hard and they still struggle. Why people are doing a lot of things, they still struggle. You know, we had a meeting today, my team, we had a Workers' Day presentation. And one of the things we said only 26% of workers in Nigeria are living above the poverty line. only 26% of workers in Nigeria are living above poverty line. It is incredible. So today's training is going to be life-changing. I beg of you, send that YouTube link to all your teammates, all the groups that you are on, both the active groups, the inactive groups, send it to everybody, so that they can be part of this meeting and we can all grow and raise each other, because we must raise 50,000 diamonds. Okay, fantastic. I'm going to take the next few minutes to recognize our G8 leaders. I'll be recognizing our G8 leaders. I'll be recognizing the different nations. So I'm going to do that right away. Okay. I'm seeing somebody called Eagle Vision. Is that a Muslim? Please let me know in the G8 group. I'm seeing somebody called Eagle Vision. Is that a Muslim? Is that someone that can help us to pray? Can I get a response from the G8 group, please? Okay, it's Ambassador Taiwo. Okay. All right. So Ambassador Taiwo, I've asked you to unmute. Go ahead and pray for us before I go into the next thing I want to do. Ambassador Taiwo, go ahead.
All right. Good evening, everyone. I welcome everyone to this meeting. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, we begin. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah. مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا صراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم آمين. We pray that everything we're going to learn from this thing is going to be of great benefit, not just to us who are listening, but also to those of our people who don't have the opportunity to be here today. We pray for guidance. We pray for wisdom on the part of our leaders. Amen. God bless you.
Amen. 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 Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ambassador Taiwo, for coming in for that timely intervention. Awesome. So the meeting is already handed over to God. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to be recognizing the presence of some of the nations available, and I'll be recognizing the presence of the Unstoppable Nation, headed by Ambassador Dr. Victor Abalsin. You're welcome, sir, and all the members of the Unstoppable Nation, you're welcome. I'm going to welcome the Eagle Diamond Nation, headed by our president himself, Ambassador Michael Okoli. Okay, I'm going to be recognizing the Great Achievers Nation, headed by Ambassador Vincent Nwosu himself. I'm also going to be recognizing the Champions Nation, headed by Ambassador Kelechi Anodere himself. I'm also going to be welcoming the Wealth Creators Nation, headed by Ambassador Ronke Koshimani herself. And I'm going to be recognizing Ambassador Elijah Mba, who is heading, I'm sorry, I just blanked out. I'm trying to remember Ambassador Elijah's nation. Can somebody please remind me? Sorry about that. I just blanked out. Call it mommy brain. Anyway, so we're all welcome. If you're a member of any of the nations, the Star Nation. Oh my goodness, the Star Nation. I apologize. Okay, so welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you all for being here. And right about now, I'm going to be ushering in our founder, our president, okay, the head of the C2 Energy, the founder of the Amazon project, the founder of the Own Your Life project, the founder of the La Buena Vida projects, which ran successfully, the founder of the Now Diamond project, our leader, our mentor, the entrepreneur mentor himself, who has coached all the J leaders, who has coached thousands and thousands and thousands of leaders, not just here in Nigeria, but across the whole of Africa and the world. And we're so privileged to have him here. Please ensure that you are going to pay rapt attention, have your writing materials. Do not allow anything or anybody distract you, because they say some things are taught, some things are caught. If you pay full attention, you're going to catch some things, and we're going to receive fuel that will take us into the rest of the year 2025. I am ready with my paper and book, ready to receive from our founder and our president. If you're ready, go to comments and say, I am ready, as I welcome our president, the entrepreneur mentor himself, Ambassador Dr. Michael Okoli. You're welcome, sir. You're very welcome, sir. You can take the stage now, sir.
All right. Good day, everyone. And I welcome all of you to the Workers' Day meeting. I've welcome all of you to the Workers' Day meeting. So please, can we recognize, I don't know whether all the nations were duly recognized.
The Vision
Marcus?
Nation. The Vision
Okay.
Nation, I'm sorry, the Vision Nation headed by Ambassador Dr. Obianefo Esimai, duly recognized. Apologies, please. So that's everybody has been recognized now, sir.
All right. And I also recognize the presence of the G8 leaders. And has the Muslim person prayed?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
all right. So I'm gonna give everybody just 30 seconds. Go and send this link to your friends. To your friends in the business, though, please. To your teammates in the business, just send the link. I'm going to give you just 1 minute or 30 seconds to send the link to as many people in the next. I'm going to give you 1 minute. Send the link across to your teammates. Tell them if you're not here, you're wrong. In the next 60 seconds, I'll be live. Send it to all the groups. Send it to all the groups. Send it to all the groups. That's awesome.
Okay, let's keep sending the links. Let's keep sending the links out. Let's keep sending the links out and add a little write-up to it. Add a little write-up to it. I'm telling everybody our president and founder is giving his address. So everybody should log in. Everybody should log in. I'm adding more write-up. So please let's keep sending. Okay. Team leads, coordinators, cell anchors, emerging cell leaders, kingsmen, get your people into the meeting because you cannot repeat what he said. They have to hear it from the horse's mouth. So we just have 20 more seconds to do that. We just have 20 more seconds to do that before our president comes on ground. Let us keep on sending. The number is increasing, but we can do better. Let's keep sending. Let's not leave anybody behind.
Okay, we're ready. Please confirm you can hear me and confirm you can see me. So let's start. Confirm you can hear me and confirm you can see me so we can just get started. Today is 1st of May, and it's called Workers' Day. And 1st of May is our monthly day of prayer and fasting. So if you joined us, and it's a fasting for everybody in the team, it's a group fasting. First of every month is our monthly day of national prayer and fasting. Except you're sick, or you're pregnant or nursing mother, or your doctor advises you not to fast. Everybody, it's a compulsory thing to join in the first of the month fast. So if you joined in the fast, please go to the chat box and say, I joined in the fast. If you joined in today's fast, please go to the chat box and type, I joined in today's fast. If you joined in the fast today, if you are part and parcel of today's fast, I want to see you go to the chat box and type, I joined in the fast, I joined in the fast, I joined in the fast. It's a national day of fasting every first of the month. And the reason we do it is because our number one cardinal culture is to commit your business to God. So we do not run our business outside the authority and government of God. Our number one cardinal culture is to commit our business to God. Right from the foundation of this business, it has been our guiding factor. It has been the secret of our success. It has been the secret of empowerment. And except the Lord builds the house, the laborers labor in vain. And that is why at the beginning of every meeting, we'll have a Christian pray for us, we'll have a Muslim pray for us. We commit every of our business to God. So let me see the chat box. If you joined in the fast, let me see the chat box. Go to the chat box and type, I joined in the fast, I joined in the fast, I joined in the fast. Great, 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 great. So do not ever forget to join in this fast. It's the first day of every month. It's compulsory, where you commit a business to God, commit the country, commit our business, commit everything to God's hands, because we believe that except God helps us, except the Lord builds our business, we're laboring in vain. Now, today is Workers' Day, and it's been a while I did a while I did a training like this. Now, I felt it very imperative to do this masterclass, because I feel that the responsibility to change our nation lies on us. The responsibility to change our world lies on us. And one of the sinister things being done in the world today that thwart a generation to the wrong side is wrong definition. So let me tell you how it happens. All of a sudden, the media or the society purports a wrong meaning. Now, the thing is this. Nobody has, apart from what is stated glaring in the Constitution. However, I can guarantee you that 98% of Nigerians haven't read the Nigerian Constitution. 98% minimum haven't read it. They don't even know what is in it. So they don't even know the laws and the bylaws that guide us as a nation. So if somebody comes out and purports a theory and defines a reality, everybody jumps into the bandwagon, and it becomes the norm. So one of the easiest ways to sway a generation is by giving a wrong definition to something that everybody holds sacred. And the moment you give a wrong definition to that thing, what happens is it takes on a whole different meaning. And before you know it, the subconscious mind begins to work in line with the new meaning given to it. Let me digress a little bit so I can explain what I'm saying. In our world today, it's fashionable for a man to braid his hair. I'm giving an example. It's fashionable for a man to braid his hair. Maybe 20 years ago, if a man braided his hair, people looked at him and like, are you okay? Are you a Rastafarian? Are you a hooligan? But all of a sudden, some superstars and some stars, music stars, football stars that the world idolizes, comes out braiding their hair, redefines the meaning, and now is now accepted that it's okay for a man to braid his hair. I'm not saying it's right, I'm not saying it's wrong. But if I were to take back, I was in church some time ago, and I looked at the pews, and 3 out of every 10 guys had their hair braided. I was like, wow. Now, it has redefined the culture. Whether it's right or wrong is not a debate. It has redefined the culture of what is right and what is wrong, what is acceptable and what is not acceptable. And why was it redefined? Because, so I don't know what is right, what is wrong, but some set of rules can be redefined. Now, as basic as it is for a guy to braid his hair, which I personally don't think is wrong, I don't know, I don't think it's wrong. But I'm sure our parents will have a different view. Our great-grandparents will have a different view because of the world they lived in. But guess what? As simple as that thing is, what if it was wrong? Because it's been redefined, everybody accepts it as right. So it's very dangerous when you're living in the world that can redefine the meaning of things. I just use the hair as an example because I don't really see that hurting anybody. But what am I going to? Most of the things in our life has been redefined. Or let me just take a guy wearing an earring. 10 years ago, 15 years ago, it can't come to, it was unacceptable. But now it's fashion, it's style. Whether it's right or wrong, it's not the topic for today. But you can see how society gives a definition to something and it changes the perception. Now, wearing an earring, braiding the hair, plaiting your hair may not really hold any meaningful consequence. There are some definitions, if altered, holds very serious consequence down the line. And one of those definitions is work. And that's why I'm running this masterclass. Because the moment something is redefined, people begin to take it as normal. It affects your subconscious mind, and it affects ultimately the behavior of people with regards to that concept. So it becomes imperative that we understand the true meaning of things so as to guide our lives towards it. There was a time 419 was a thing. Oh, there was a time if you made money, the first thing they will ask you is, how did that guy make his money? And if there was no legitimate way of, if you cannot explain a legitimate process by which you came about that wealth, the society disdained you. So when you see somebody flashing an expensive car, the person, oh, what's it doing? What's it doing? And if you cannot explain practically. Oh, this is what I'm doing. Oh, I did this business. Oh, I did this business. Immediately, the society puts in the corner as 419 and OPT. Those days, I'm not. It's an old word. Obtained by trick, and you lose respect in the face of people. But guess what? That has been redefined. Because when somebody flashes a brand new car or builds a mansion or brings money, people, even those in their heart, they feel this might be gotten illegitimately, but it's no longer a problem. Everybody embraces it. Everybody cheers the person up. That is how definitions, the definition of wealth can alter our perception. And that's why I want to define work today. Please confirm you can hear me clearly. Confirm you can hear me clearly. Confirm you can see me as well. So that's why the definition of work, I need to redefine work. Today is Workers' Day. What is work? By the time we are done with this, in the next maybe 70 minutes or so, I'll try and make it fast. The next 70 minutes or so, by the time we're done with work, a lot of people's mindsets, people that have already been straying because of the wrong definition given by the society, will recalibrate their steps. Now, the reason people don't get the result they're supposed to get is because the substance may have lost their meaning. For example, this is a phone, all right? This is a phone. The moment I see this phone, and I don't see it as a tool of communication, and I see it as a tool to play video game, what happens is, as soon as I see, anytime I see this phone, I'm looking for how to play video game, or I see it as a tool to watch movies, for example. If I see this phone, oh, the camera is good. Oh, it's for gaming. It's for movies. The moment I define this phone as a movie tool, then that's what it becomes to me. So it eventually loses its meaning when it's wrongly defined. So what happens is this. People defined work wrongly, and because people defined work wrongly, it lost its true and original meaning. And that's why a lot of people have been working so hard, yet they're struggling. Could it be that the work that you're doing has actually lost its meaning and essence? And just like this phone, instead of seeing it as a tool of communication, you're seeing it as a tool for watching movies or playing games. And as a result, you are not communicating with this phone. Is it possible that the reason some of us have worked for the past 10 years, 15 years, and we're still broke and stranded, yet we have been working? We're still scared of the future. We're still scared of the rents. We're still scared of the uncertainties of tomorrow. We have worked for the past 10 years. Is it probably because the work we think we're doing has been given a wrong definition and as a result lost its essence? So even though you're working, you're not gaining the benefits of work. And that's why I want to start by defining, today is Workers' Day. Everybody has been working. But what is really work? What do we define as work? Why have I been working for the past 10 years, 5 years, 7 years, and yet I can't seem to have 3 square meals? I've been working, but why can't I? I've been working. Yes, I've been working. I've been really, really working. But how come I've been working, but I'm still struggling? How can I explain it? I believe in work. You can say I rolled up my sleeve to come for this training. I'm not all dressed up. I believe in work. But you need to know what work is. So I'll start by defining work. What is work? Work, as we have been told, maybe the definition of work in our mind is what you do to earn a living. Let me just say that if you think that work is what you do to earn a living, that is a wrong definition of work. And if that is your own definition of work, could it be that work has lost its true meaning in your life? Ladies and gentlemen, work is not what you do to earn a living. Work is the essence of existence. And I'm going to explain. And like I said, if you want to wale a generation, all you need to do, you don't need to carry placard, you don't need to start a movement. All you need to do is to redefine a culture and put it out there, maybe through the media, and two, three people, it becomes a trend. People begin to skew their thoughts in the wrong direction. We were told work is what you do to earn a living. So guess what? People wake up in the morning, what am I going to do to earn a living, to make money, to pay my bills, to live a good life? That is why I'm working. And that was why when I finished school, I was more science inclined, science engineering inclined. But when I finished school, and I said, what Kiloshi, waiting to happen, which was on the line? They said, bank job, how much are they paying? Wow, they're paying so much. Wow. I jumped into the bank job because as far as I was concerned, what they are going to pay me was going to earn me a living. Could it be that mentality that I'm working to earn a living, I'm working to make money, is the reason people's lives are being diminished, even though they are working so hard? Let me define the true meaning of work so that we can realign ourselves. And perhaps the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, we claim our lives back. I define work as the essence of existence. What does it mean? The reason you came to this world is to work. Let me rephrase it. The reason there's oxygen in your nostrils is not to eat. It's not to play. The reason there's oxygen in your nostrils is to work. Work is the essence of existence. When you go to the Holy Book, the moment God was introduced, he started working. So what it means is, the reason he came into the picture was because he had work to do. Mind you, before God came to create the world, he was existing, but he was not known. He was, whatever was happening before the world was created, nobody knows. But that we know God is that, oh, he created the heavens and the earth. The essence of his existence, as relevant to us, is the work he started doing. Was he existing before he started creating the heaven and earth, of course, he was somewhere before he created, but nobody has that. Nobody has that record. Nobody can tell us what that record is, because what we know is the walk. He started, maybe he showed up on the scene, he started walking. For the first 6 days, he was walking. The first day, bam, he was walking. Second day, he was walking. Third day, he was walking. Fourth day, fifth day, sixth day. On the seventh day, he rested from his walk. Wow. So God introduced himself with walk. He is a creator. So we know him as the creator of heaven and earth. So the work he did defined his existence to us. He is a creator. Who is God? He's the person that created all of us. That was the work he did. So work is the essence of existence. Now, why I'm telling you this is so that you stop wasting after this masterclass, you stop wasting your life and you start working. You stop wasting your life. When man was created, the first thing after creating him, they told him to walk the garden. I thought man was created to be eaten up, to just be flanging, eat all the fruits. No. The first instruction was walk the garden. Wow. What that tells me is the reason for your existence is work. Work is not just a means to earn a living. It's beyond a means to earn a living. It's the whole reason, is the whole essence of your existence. That is why anybody you see, you define them by their work. You see Donald Trump. Who is Donald Trump? He's the 47th president of America. That's his work. Who is this? He's Dr. Elijah Mba. Why did they put that doctor? Because he was a medical doctor before he found another work. Now, the thing is this. If you understand what I'm telling you, and I need you to pay rapt attention, you're going to change your life and the perspective from today. The work you do, as I say, what do you want to become in the future? I want to become an engineer. It's because of the work you do. So your work is what defines your existence, is the essence of your existence. So what that tells me is you need to sit down carefully and find out what your existence is all about. See, if you are working wrongly, you're living a wrong life. And that's why 10 years from today, 20 years from today, people will look back and ask, what have I been doing with my life? Wait, what exactly have I been doing? They'll answer, what exactly have I been doing? The reason is because you may have been living, but you're not working. Because your work is the essence of your existence. When they talk about Workers' Day, you need to sit back and reevaluate the work that you do. If you understand that work is the essence of your existence, you will now be careful from today. What exactly am I doing? What exactly am I doing? What work am I doing? Because what I'm doing right now is what defines my life. What I'm doing right now is what validates my existence. If I am not working, I shouldn't live. That's the implication. When the Holy Book said, he that does not work should not eat, it does not mean that if you don't work, don't eat food. So I'm not working today. I'm not eating. What it implies is, if you're not ready to walk, be ready to die. Because if you don't eat food, anybody that doesn't, everyone know, if you don't eat food, you're a dead man in a couple of days or weeks, as the case may be. But it means that he that is not ready to walk should not live. You are not walking so that you can eat. That's not what it means. He that should not walk should not even be alive, because the essence of life is to walk. So it makes it very pertinent to find out, what is walk? What kind of work am I doing? And that's what brings me to the right definition of work. And that's what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to share 4 things about work, and I'm out of your way. And if you internalize those 4 things, and I want you to listen. Don't write. Don't copy down. Don't take notes. Just listen. Just listen. Because sometimes in taking notes, you can be distracted. Just listen. I want you to listen carefully. I'm going to put this down in the next maybe 12 hours or so you can go and watch it and probably take notes. But I want you to listen to what I'm saying. Because if you understand what I'm saying, something is going to happen on your inside in the next 60 minutes that will change everything about your life and the way you approach work. So just listen attentively. Then within the next 12 hours, you can go and listen to it and jot the notes. What I'm saying is this. Since work is the essence of your existence, you must be careful the kind of work you do. Are you working hard? Are you working smart? So there are 4 things I am going to tell you about work, hard work, and smart work. But the first thing you must know is that if work is the essence of my existence, I need to check the kind of work I am doing. Do you know why people come and they woke up one day, they have aged, and there's nothing to show for it, and they have been working? It's because they may be working hard, but not smart. Listen to me. Why are they working hard and not smart? Hard work or smart work is not a type of work. People think, no, hard work is we're going to be working as an employee. No, I'm going to explain hard work and smart. It's not a type of work. I'm going to break it down. Because people think work is a means to earn a living. You know what they do? They wake up in the morning, they are looking for what to do to earn naira and kobo, to earn dollars, to earn pounds, to earn kwacha. So somebody says, oh, come and do this. I'll pay you 200,000 naira in 2 days. Oh, really? Bam! They jump into it. Because in their mind, work is something that makes them to earn a living. And once the money is right, they jump into it. Because for them, work is an avenue to eat, to dress well, to drive a car, to buy a house, to make money. So guess what? They go for the money, they go for remuneration, and that's how work is defined. The person that sees work as my life essence is not just about the money, but how he goes about the work. Both people can take the same amount, the same job, but one sees it as a means to earn a living. The other sees it as the essence of my existence. Those parallel definitions informs their mental consciousness, subconsciousness on how they relate to work. And that is why the person that thinks it's the means to earn a living enters into the work. He is doing eye service. The boss is not around. He's playing. The boss is around. He's working. Because at the end of the month, let him shall collect his salary and go and eat. But the person that sees it, that this is my essence of my existence, he's not ready to do eye service. Whether the boss is there or not, he's giving his ultimate best. Because he understands this is the essence of my life. The person that thinks that work is to earn a living comes to come and fix your AC. He comes, you pay him money, he does something shabby. Once he collects the money, he will disappear. He has made the money. Because he thinks this AC work he's doing is to make money to eat. The moment he's working, Abby, he knows he didn't do a good job. Oh. He's even convincing you. He's working now. Yeah, I was fixing my AC in the office. The guy was even convinced, this is not cooling now. He told me it's cooling. Just to convince me, pay me my balance now. I don't work for you now. Pay me my balance now. He was more interested in his money than in satisfying me that he came to work. And the moment you pay him, because he sees work as a means to earn a living. Whereas the person that sees that work as the essence of his or her existence, it's not about the money. He will collect his money. But it's more important, let me fix this AC. So this pipe is not good. Let me do a proper work. And he will tell you, in the next 3 months, if anything happens, just call me. And you will call him, he will come. Oh, he's angry that he didn't, oh, how didn't I say this? How didn't I do this? He's angry with himself and he's apologizing and he's doing it. He's not collecting the dime because he is obligated to commit to the essence of his life. So the Mr. A that sees work as a means to living, that is hard work. The Mr. B that sees work as the essence of his existence, that is smart work. Doing the same work, but somebody is doing it hard. And that's why after working so hard, he's not getting the result. Someone is doing it so smart. And I'm coming to that. Have you ever worked with artisans before? You say, no wonder you have been holding this screwdriver for years and your life has not changed. No wonder. Have you ever worked with artisans before? You have to go crazy because they see it as this is the means to make money. And once they make money, yeah, 20 years, they're still holding screwdriver. They're still looking haggard and scattered. Because any chance they get, they swindle you. Any chance they get, they overcharge you. Because for them, is my tummy. I am here. I hear when the person they walk, I hear in the chop. So the mind is, I want to chop, I want to chop, I want to chop. And at the end of the day, the work they have done counts for nothing. But the person that understands that work is the essence of my existence, this is what defines me. As someone that came to fix an inverter sometime, the guy finished the work. It's not about the money. No, it's not about the money. Is it okay? He always, no. It's not about sending the bill. It was when I said this is perfectly okay before he sent the bill. Because as far as he was concerned, it's not my satisfaction. He wants to be said that, okay, and I've referred him to quite a number of people already because the guy's work is a signature. So are you working hard? Are you working smart? It depends on your definition of work. That's why somebody will come. You will tell him, how is this thing? He will tell you, okay, this thing is something that is 10,000 naira. He will tell you it's 50,000 naira because he has weighed it. You don't know what the price is. So he obtains you quickly. Because in his mind, how can I pull a fast one? Because for him, work is about where to get money to eat food. I'm going to share with you 4 things about work so that you will know the kind of work you're doing. Choose it very carefully and redefine work so at the end of the day, you can work smart. See a man that is diligent in his job. He shall stand before kings and not before men. See a man that sees his work as if by the time he's done on earth and they write Mr. So and so, 1990 days to 2000 days, 1980 days and this, that hyphen, when people look at that hyphen, what do I want that hyphen to represent? What do I want my life to represent? Is it that I came, ate food, bought clothes, drove a car, built a house? Is that what? Now let me crystallize it down. The world is a system. Listen to me. The world is a system. And everybody that comes into the system has his own part to play. I want to take you back to the origin of work. The world is a system, and the reason the world is functioning, it's just like my body now. The reason I'm talking to you is not because I have intelligence. It's because my legs can stand on the ground. It's because my hands are standing. It's because I am using a tripod to stand. I'm using the phone. You see, I'm not just talking. I have some level of information to pass across. But the reason I'm passing that information across is because a lot of people have gathered around me to make it possible. I'm not the one that manufactured these clothes. And trust me, if there was no clothes, I would not stand here naked and talk to you. I'm not Adam. But somebody manufactured these clothes. I'm not I ate food today after I just broke my fast before I started this meeting, so I can talk with energy. That food I ate, I'm not the one that cultivated it. Somebody cultivated it. Somebody cooked it for me to eat. I may have the money, but if the person that went to the farm did not go to the farm, the person that cooked it did not cook it, I won't be here talking to you because I'll probably be way too tired to stand and run a training. I don't know what I'm communicating. I took my bath, freshened up, so I can feel refreshed to talk. If there is no water around, I won't be able to I'll be feeling, if there was no soap. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? The world is a system, just like your body. I'm standing here talking because my kidney is working perfectly, my liver is working, my large intestine is working, my small intestine is working, my heart is working, my senses are working, everything is working. The whole gamut of my body is in perfect shape. That is why I am talking to you. If I'm having headache somewhere, I won't have this meeting. If I'm having running stomach, if my kidney is compromised, if my liver is compromised, if my heart is beating so fast, I won't be standing here. So the reason I'm standing here is because every part of my body is functioning for me to stand and deliver this lecture to you cognitively. In the same way, the world is a system. And everybody is designed, just like in a machine. The screw, if you remove one screw from a machine, it loses. If you remove one diode, this phone, there is a capacitor you remove, this phone will shut down. So all of us are like parts and parcels. That's how God created the system. The world is a system, and everybody has his role to play. When you're not playing the role, the world is disadvantaged. When you're not doing your parts properly, the reason there are calamities in this world is because the world, people are not doing their parts. The reason Naira is skyrocketing like it's flying to the moon is because some people somewhere did not do their work. And because of that, people are suffering, people are dying. Because some people somewhere did not understand the meaning of work. So they got into a place of work and they saw it as an opportunity to loot money. They didn't want that. They saw an opportunity to carry money and flex. They saw an opportunity to make generational wealth for their children so that their great unborn children will not suffer. They didn't know that they came into that civilization at that point in time to do something that will affect generations yet unborn. So the power project, they messed a lot of things up. How come this country at this stage, we still have power problems? How come? How come? Ask yourself this question. Ask yourself this question. This country is how many years old? How come at this age and stage, we still have certain issues? Because let me tell you why. It's because the people that were working, not just the government, the staff, the civil servant, everybody, people were dropping the ball. One man cannot destroy this country. Because for me to even talk to you, I didn't introduce myself. I didn't open this Zoom. For me to effectively communicate to you, a lot of systems came to work together. See, if one man says, I will destroy this country, and the gateman says, no, I will do my work. The cashier said, I will not steal. The one that they say, sign bribe. Oga, sack me. I cannot sign this bribe. I did not come here to sign this bribe. I bring money. Sack me. The person becomes handicapped. Because the systems won't allow the person to do what he wants to do. But when everybody is dropping the ball massively, dropping the ball, the gate are supposed to protect, are not protecting it. The one you're supposed to do are not doing. Accumulation is what brings a nation to its knees. Because people don't understand that work is the essence of your existence. That's why they will give you contract to build a road. You will build shabby roads that will cause accidents and people will die. And you carry that money. You don't understand work. If you understood work, you won't do that. You won't do that. You won't do that now. There's a time 1 naira was to £2. You take £2 to buy 1 naira. How come it's now over £2,000 for 1 naira? Because people saw positions of authority as the means to eke out the live. Oh, you're now a senator. Oh, more these 4 years. Suck it, suck. As if the clock is counting down. It's because they don't understand the true meaning of work. We might be talking about the people in leadership. I'm talking about everybody that has brought us to where we are today. I'm a civil servant now. You're supposed to come to work by 8. To come to work, you're playing solitaire on your decks from morning till night. By 4 p.m., you carry your bag, you're going home. But you're working the Ministry of Information. There's something that is in your desk that you should do. But you didn't do it. And you're judging the person at the top. But you've dropped the ball in your desk. You've dropped the ball on your desk. You are the customs. You're supposed to check goods. You're allowing illegal goods to enter. Illegal drugs. You know that these drugs are not legal. You know that these drugs are not going. You allow it because they're giving you money. You know, these drugs are not pure paracetamol or pure whatever. And if it comes, it's going to hurt some people because they give you money. You accept it. It's because you think work is the means to just make money. I'm going to share. Time is not on my side. I'm going to share 4 definitions of work so that you understand what is hard work and what is smart work. Now, if you have the correct definition of work, you will look at the universe differently. The first thing I'm going to talk about work is not, let me put it this way. You can choose the work that you do. Anybody can choose the work that you do. But what work? Anybody can choose the work. But what work are you choosing to do? Okay, let me put it this way. Every work what informs the work that I do? Number 1, if I choose to be a banker, for example, and somebody chooses to be a mechanic, if the banker does his work very well, and the mechanic does not do his work very well, the banker ends up with a reward that the mechanic does not end up with. If the mechanic does his work very well, and the banker does not do his work very well, you know what happens? The mechanic earns a reward that the banker does not earn. So the question is, the work that you do, does it stand the test of time? There are 2 kinds of work. The first I'm going to tell you about work is, there are work that stand the test of time, and there are work that does not stand the test of time. It doesn't matter the kind of work. You could be a mechanic, you could be a doctor, you could be a banker, you could be a nurse. The subject of work is not the type of work. So hard work is the work that doesn't stand the test of time. Smart work is the work that stands the test of time. Hard work is not the type of work that you do. Because it can be a mechanic, it can be a banker. But the outcome and the output of the work is what determines whether it is hard work or smart work. There are some works that you do, and 5 years, 6 years down the line, it is standing. There's some work that you do, 5 months down the line, you can't see the fruit of it. Listen to me very carefully. I told you to listen because I want these words to echo in your mind, to change the way you think. So listen. The work that does not stand the test of time is the work you work so hard, but 3, 4, 5 months later, there is no trace of that work. The work that stands the test of time. You work so hard. 6 years later, you can see the fruit of the work. So, smart work is the work that leaves fruit that people can see. Hard work is the one that does not leave fruit. Hard work ends in the belly. Smart work ends as fruit. So any work you're doing, that 6 months down the line, 8 months down the line, there's no trace of it. That is hard work. Any work you're doing, 8 months down the line, 2 years down the line, oh, this thing I did 3 years ago, I can see the fruits. When God put man on the earth, the first commandment he told, when he said, go and walk, when he put him into the garden, he said, be fruitful. The essence of work is to produce fruit. So if your work, whatever you're doing, if it's not producing fruit, it is hard work. If all you gain from your work is the money that you ate as in your belly, that you can't shit out as excreta, that is hard work. You know what smart work is? I finished working and I'm working hard at something. And 4 years down the line, I can see the fruit of my labor. That is smart work. The one that ended up in pepper soup in my tummy, and I'll still be hungry tomorrow, that is hard work. Check out the people that work the hardest, that the people that are physically involved. When I was in the bank, the hardest people are the security. They stand, opening door. Welcome to First Bank. Have a nice day. Welcome to First Bank. That work is hard. That work is hard. From morning to night. If criminals come, that they want the first of all kill, and they're the least paid. They don't go home. You stay overnight, they don't stay. They'll be there paroling in the night. When people are staying, they are paroling at night. They're standing, opening gates, closing gates. Oh, that's hard work. Whereas the manager is somewhere sitting with AC, running meetings, typing. But the work the gate man is doing is in the tummy. That's why it can easily be replaced. But the work the manager is doing takes the branch to the next level. So hard work is work that doesn't have fruits. So what I'm doing now, 3 years down the line, 4 years down the line, what are the, do you know, nothing gives me more pleasure than I sit down and I look at the fruit of my labor. 2016, we started a movement. Next day it will be 10 years. And I can sit down and I can see the fruit of my labor. I can see, oh yes. I can look at the landscape. And I can see the fruit of my labor. I can see the children I've given. I can see the fruit of my labor. That is smart work. The work I did in the bank, that is hard work. Because after working in the bank, I did not see any fruit of any labor. But was I paid? Yes. What did it result in? I got some nice shirts, nice suit, nice, but all those things, I remember the first house I furnished with loan from the bank, lived in a co-house, but all those things, I can't, where's the car? Where's the car I bought to loan from the bank? Where is it? I don't know where it is. Where's the rent I paid? Where's the suit I bought? All those suits. Where are all those things? They've ended in the tummy. They've gone to the toilet as excreta. I'm not saying do not work in the bank. If you're working in the bank, you're doing hard work. What I'm saying is, any work you're doing that does not leave fruits years after you have done it, they cannot come back after 4 years and 5 years and say, yes, this is what it is. Maybe some people that might work in the bank, maybe they now become executive director. Yes, but they can now become managing director, MD. Yes. I'm not knocking the banking industry. I'm not knocking any industry. What I'm telling you is that smart work is the work that leaves you being fruitful so that you can see the fruit of your labor. The fruit of your labor is not necessarily, listen to me, the fruit of your labor is not necessarily money. The fruit of your labor is something that your work has given birth to, that you can see and say, yes, this is a legacy. The fruit of your labor is not necessarily, oh, I have a car here, I have a land here. The fruit of your labor is something that when you stop working after some years, you can say, this is the product that can replenish me without me having to further work. If you work in the bank for 20 years, at the end of the day, you build 6-bedroom, 10-bedroom houses and is yielding you rent every month, every year. That can be a fruit of your labor. Am I communicating? The fruit of your labor is work that you do after putting so much time. You can rest and your fruit begins to work the system. Because when God worked for first, the second, the third, the fourth, he kept on working. On the sixth day, he created man. After he created man in his own image and likeness, he produced the fruit. On the seventh day, he rested. Why? Because man can now walk the earth. If God did not create man, God will be the one tilling the ground, walking the earth, making sure. That's why I said, when he created man, I said, have dominion over the fish of the sea, the birds of the air. Take charge. So he rested when he produced a fruit. So smart work is the work after you've labored, gives you something to show for the fact that you have been laboring. Hard work is the work after you labored. There is nothing to show that you have worked. Choose wisely. Smart work is the work that stands the test of time. Hard work is the work that ends in your belly. Every day you have to work to eat. After 5 years, if you don't work, you ain't eating nothing. That is hard work. Smart work, I'm ready to work so hard. But after 4, 5 years, 6 years, I will be fruitful. I will multiply. I will replenish. Because when God told man, work the garden, those were the commands: be fruitful, multiply, replenish. So whatever you're doing, that in the next 5 years, one of my old mentors gave me an advice. He said, young man, anything you're doing for the 10 to 15 most productive, for example, if you leave school at the age of 19 or 20, and from 20 years old, from the age 20 to age 35, you commit 15 years of your life. You commit 10 to 15 years of your life. And after at least 10 to 15 years of your life, of the most youthful part of your life, if after 15 years, what you're doing, if you stop it, if you stop that work and food on the table is still a problem, house rent is still a problem. If you're married, children's school, and you have kids, children's school fees is a problem. If that is the case, you say, stop that work. Just stop it. or look for an alternative, or look for a plan B. 15 most productive years of your life, you give it everything. And after 15 years, if you stop that work, food on the table is a challenge. Has basic necessities of life is a challenge. And you gave 15 years of your life. You've been working hard, not smart. Am I communicating to somebody here? If you're getting value, type value. If you're getting value, type value, type value, type value. The second I'm going to tell you about work. The second I'm going to tell you about work. 1 second. Go and type value. If you're getting value, go to the chat box and type value. If you're getting value, type value, type value, type value. If you're getting value, type value, value, value. Okay, so let's continue. The second I'm going to tell you about work is the first one I told you about work after defining work is smart work versus hard work. Smart work is the one that yields fruit. Hard work is the one that doesn't. The second I'm going to tell you about work is smart work is the work that gives you reward. Hard work is the work that doesn't give you reward. Let me explain. There are certain things that you do that rewards you. Now, a lot of people feel that the reward for work is the money you are paid for the work. But listen to me carefully. Listen to me carefully. When God told man to work, he did not say, as I work in the garden, I'm paying you money. No. There was never a remuneration system. When God was working, nobody was paying him money. The reward for work is not money. The reward for work is legacy. Let me explain. I'm working in an office and I put in 7 years of work. If after 7 years of work, there is no impact in the lives of people around me, and all I left the place with was my salary, I didn't work smart. I worked hard. And I'm going to break it down. The true reward of work is legacy, which comes as a result of impact. If you understand what I'm telling you, if you go to work tomorrow, if you go to work tomorrow, you will be born again. You will change. Because if all you're getting is money, what if sickness steals that money? What if armed robber steals that money? Does it mean they've stolen your life? Let's assume I'm working in a place that pay me 250,000 naira a month. And in one full year, if my mathematics is correct, that will be 3 million naira a year. And in 5 years, that will be 50 million naira a year. And for 5 years, I've made 50 million naira. And God forbid, something happens and I'm defrauded of 50 million naira. Does it mean that my 5 years' worth has been stolen? No. If that's what it implies, it means that your essence of life is equated to 50 million naira. But money is not the reward for work. Money is the payment for work. For every work, there is payment, there is reward. The reward you have for work goes beyond the money you earn. The reward you have for work is the legacies you have as a result of the impact you made while working. So even if you steal the money, even if I finish working for 1 month, you pay me my salary, 250,000, I'm going. The rightful owners collected the money from me. It didn't mean, if I truly worked smart, it didn't mean that I've lost my 1 month. And I've lost the pay, but rewards are beyond the pay. So what kind of work gives reward? What kind of work does not give reward? Every work, you get a pay, but hard work is the one that doesn't give reward. Smart work is the one, in addition to the pay, you get reward. So I'm going to tell you 3 things that engenders work that has reward. I'm also going to let you know at this time that the reward I'm talking about is not just on earth. There's some work that you do, you will have legacy on earth. And when you leave this world, you also have reward in the afterlife. So what are the things that engender reward on earth? First of all, there's some people that the work they are doing is breaking the hearts of people. Killing people, innocent people. That's the work they're doing. Don't you know that for every tragedy, somebody was working behind it? For every tragedy, somebody played a role to aid it. So what are the things that make sure that the work you do engenders reward? Number 1, anywhere you find yourself, your mentality is that of servitude. You might be working in a hospital. You might be working in a business. Anywhere, I'm generalizing work. Am I a servant? That's why I rolled up my sleeves. Am I serving? Work is not to, dress up. Yeah, no. Work that engenders reward is marked by service, servanthood. How do you know? What do I mean by that? It must be rigged with selfless sacrifice. So you see somebody in the business, he comes, and even though he's working, his own is about serving people. Yes, they'll pay him. But if he leaves that place, oh, we miss Michael. Oh, we miss Kunle. If Kunle was there, this generator, they would have earned it. If Kunle was here. If only Kunle was there. If only Kunle was there. If only Kunle was there. Ha, we miss Kunle. Kai. And when Kunle falls sick, everybody go, get well soon, get well soon, get well soon. Why? Because Kunle's work, as a result of his servitude and his selfless sacrifice, has giving him a legacy by reason of the impact. He's not just collecting salary, but he sees himself as a servant wherever he is. He might be the manager. I used to have a manager then. One lady, she's a manager, she was a manager. But yes, she will come down, she will not sit down, she will come back, she serves. She serves. So her pay is the salary she gets. Her reward is that anytime she calls me, even till today, I answer. In fact, recently, I'm even thinking of maybe going to give her something. Why? Because she has made an impact in my life. I remember the first day that I got to the bank. I was posted to the branch. I was working. And one day I was coming to the office and I don't know how I misplaced the key. And incidentally, the auditors were around. The auditors wanted to take off my head, as in they wanted to sacrifice. Where's the key? Where's the key today? In that confusion, because once you see auditors, first of all, you lose control. Auditors. In that confusion, I didn't even know why I kept the key. I was just rushing. Auditors. I misplaced the key. I think when I was coming out of my car, it fell off. In that chaos, auditors, because they come before they open the branch. So if you are running late, you're already in panic mode. So in that panic mode, the key to the distance, I was like, they were like, wait, where is the key? They wanted to harvest me live. The manager came and said, no. She defended me. She said, wait, he said, calm down. The auditors were there to go and start writing mail to head office. She took the responsibility. At the end of the day, they found the key. And they told the auditors, no, now. She took us, if you want to give me query. That incident can never leave my mind. That is impact. She was a servant. She stood in service. Selfless sacrifice. That is work. Because work is not just a means to earn a living. It defines your essence. So if you want a work that has reward, come to a place and the point where your life is all about selfless sacrifice. You're giving too much. Even though this one is not my own, I'll do it. You're helping. Because you're not just there to earn a living. You're defining the essence of your existence. Because I'm not just here. I'm here. That's why I respect most of the people that anchor the hubs. Because they're there. Sacrificing for teammates, sacrificing for people, sacrifice. Their life is all about sacrifice. And that's why when you see them, their names are in the mouth of people. Oh, thank God for this. Thank God for you. Oh, when people share their success stories, they hold their leaders. Oh, if not for you, because of the sacrifice, those are legacies. This is what work is all about. It's not just the pay. And that is smart work. You know what hard work is? Let me just do my work. Let me just do selfish work. And that's why at the end of the day, after 7 years, when you look back, nobody can say, Oga, how far? If money is all you're made from your work, if as I am now, if all I have is money, I'm poor. If all I have right now, I have money, if that's all that I have, if I can pick up the phone and call 10 people and they'll be rushing, what do you want, sir? What do you want? Then the work I put in the past years of my life was hard work, wasn't smart work. But if you can pick up your phone and make 3 calls, 4 calls, and everybody's all around you, that's a smart work. Why? Because all through your life, you see, you have deposited so well. So live a life of depositing. You have sacrificed. So to reap It's natural. Today is Workers' Day. What is the second thing that defines the work that engenders reward? The first one is selfless sacrifice, which is demonstrated in service. The second one is what I call integrity. Integrity. Your work must be full of integrity. Anything that you're doing that doesn't have integrity does not have a reward. Anything that you do that sharp practices, sharp. Hey, let me. You have just erased. You may get your pay, but you have erased the reward. You see somebody's teammate, you poach it. You see something, you take it. You're doing sharp practices. It was better it didn't work. Because even though you might have eaten that money, it goes to your belly. There is no legacy. There is no impact. It's not just in our business. You're working somewhere, money passes, you steal money, you take money, you force check. You're all kinds of lack of integrity. You're calling it smartness, not sharpness now. Or if you know they sharp, if you dull, you dull. Or if you blink, you lose. Or, and you're doing acts that lacks integrity. You're stealing, you're cheating. You will end up in that place for 20 years. And when you look, you wasted your life because there's no reward for a job that lacks integrity. Ambassador, what are you saying? Does it mean? No. The moment there's no integrity, dogging what you're doing, the work you're doing loses the reward. There has to be integrity. You're not cheating anybody. You're doing what you're supposed to. Integrity means if you're supposed to work 8 to 5, work 8 to 5. Eye service is lack of integrity. You're supposed to run a presentation. Nobody's there. Hey, you do it sharply. Integrity covers. You see, if you understand what I'm telling you and you begin to implement it, it will shock you the kind of rewards you have in this life. Because even though people may not see you, the walls have ears, the walls have eyes. And the rewards come not from your pay, from the effect of your work. My time is fast spent. The third thing that engenders work that gives reward is consistency. Some of us, we work, good work, but because we lack consistency, there's no reward. Work that engenders reward is work that is consistent. So you do good today, tomorrow you do bad. You do good today, you don't do the business, sometimes you stop. Some people, they start their business, yay! After 1 month, the guy rests. You come back again. The moment there's no consistency, that is why even in those institutions, is the people that work for the longest, work for 10 years, work for 15 years. They give them a Rolex. I know in that moment they'll give you a Rolex, they'll give you this, they'll give you this. Reward comes with consistency, not breaking. The moment you break, you start all over again. For those in our business, you're gaining momentum. The moment you break down momentum, it's like you're pushing a car up a hill. If you've not pushed it up the cliff and you want to go and rest for one minute, by the time you come, you start afresh. Consistency is what engenders reward. Who is consistent? Who is reliable? I can also call it reliability. Consistency, reliability. Those are the people that are being promoted. This guy has been consistent. He has been here day in, day out. Consistency. If your work lacks consistency, it is hard work, not smart work. Smart work. And that's why when you keep on doing smart work, after some time, your work will produce fruits. You can rest. You can smile. If you keep doing hard work, you will keep working for the rest of your life. The work that engenders reward is a work that is really selflessness, selfless sacrifice, which is service. the one that has integrity on all fronts, no matter what happens. The moment your work loses integrity, it loses its reward. And finally, you must be consistent. Once he that lays his hand on the plow and looks back is not worthy of the reward, is not worthy of the kingdom. However, I want to put your hand on the plow. That is why by next year, January, will be 10 years, consistently, one focus, one vision, one mission. Are there distractions? There are thousands of distractions. But has my focus been moved? No, because consistency is the work that engenders reward. The third thing I'm going to talk about, because my time is fast spent, about work, is that smart work is a work that acquires knowledge. Why hard work is the work that detests knowledge. Let me explain. Anything you're doing and you're not intentionally acquiring knowledge and mastering that you're doing, you're working hard, you're not working smart. What is my work? I'm a network marketer. I'm a medical doctor. I'm a lawyer. As a medical doctor, when last did you read a medical journal? As a lawyer, when last did you read a book? As a network marketer, when last did you read anything about sales? How come we're raising people that have lost the game of mastery? If you want to work smart, sharpen the edge of your sword by mastering your acts. When I talk about as far as network marketing is concerned, I consider myself the best network marketer on the planet. Why? Because every day I sharpen my network marketing skills. Put me with anybody in the room, and I will show you that I've mastered the skill of my art. If I was a medical doctor, I'll be reading the breakthrough technologies in medicine. If I'm a lawyer, I'll be reading all the cases passed last month. I would have read it. You master your art. You master what you do. So I come to a point, you have mastery. When you have mastery, you are like a prince among men because they have knowledge. Have you seen those people that have those first-class people, the way they be walking, they know these things, they know. They don't forget. They know they've attained mastery by reason of acquiring knowledge. What is it that you're doing that you have not read it? Last year, I was putting a book every day of the month, every month of the year. This year, I did not, very few people have asked me for the book of the month. Some people, they've not read any book this year because I didn't put out any books in January. No. Master your art. Know what you're doing. Become a pro in it. Become a guru. Be knowledgeable. That is smart work. Because if the axe is blunt, you keep working, you put more energy to hew down the tree. But if it's sharp, knowledge sharpens you. Anything you're doing, go and master it. Mastery. Be known for something. Become an icon in what you do. That's it. Is smart work. Not hard work. And the last thing I'm going to talk about in the next few minutes, my time is already almost up. The fourth thing I'm going to talk about work is this. And that's one of the most important things I'm going to share today about work. I've reserved the best for the last. If you're ready, go to the chat box and say, I am ready, give it to me. Say, I am ready. I am ready, give it to me. Go to the chat box, say, I am ready, give it to me. I reserved the best for the last. I am ready, give it to me. Go to the chat box and type, I am ready, give it to me. 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 Type it. I am ready, give it to me. If you want to hear it, type I am ready to give it to me. I'll see it on the chat box. So the last one I'm going to talk about as regards work is this. Now, what I'm going to tell you now is not going to be information. Let me check my time. What I'm going to tell you now in the next 5 minutes, and I'll round up, is not going to be information, it's going to be knowledge. So I want you to listen to what I'm about to say. And if you're a young person listening to me, take this thing as a gift from me to you. From somebody that God has helped to become very successful. Just take this. Hard work is easy work. Hard work is the easy work. Smart work is the hard work. Let me break it down. You know, when people are choosing their work, you know what they do? They choose the easy work. What is easy? They choose work that doesn't task their mind, work that doesn't challenge them, work that doesn't put them under pressure. Because the human brain is designed to protect us from pressure. But listen to me and listen to me very carefully. If you're choosing work that doesn't task your mind, work that doesn't put you under pressure, work that doesn't challenge you psychologically, emotionally, work that leaves you in your comfort zone, if that is the work that you have chosen to do, you have chosen the easy work. And that easy work can never give you the results of the hard work. Let me play it again. Listen to me very carefully so you don't get confused. For some of us that chose work that tasks your brain, work that challenges you physically, emotionally, psychologically, work that puts you under pressure, work that gets you thinking every night, how do I go about this? How do I go about this? How do I crack this code? How do I do this? How do I do this? Work that challenges you mentally, work that pushes you constantly outside of your comfort zone. That kind of work is hard work, and that is the smart work. The first kind of work that is easy peasy is easy work. That is the hard work. But the work that challenges you is the hard work. And that is the smart work. Like the gate man in the bank that rather opens gate and close. It doesn't challenge his mentality. That is easy work. The manager that is thinking, how do I move this branch forward? That is a hard work. Listen to me and listen to me very carefully. Work is the essence of your existence. The quality of existence is directly tied to the work that you do. If you choose a work that doesn't task you, that doesn't challenge you, that doesn't pressurize you, that doesn't push you, the output is a low level existence. If you choose the work that doesn't put you under pressure, the work that doesn't keep you awake at night thinking, how do I solve this? How do I solve this? The work that doesn't put you pressure, the output of your work becomes easy, and the output of your life becomes mediocrity, becomes mediocre in nature. Because work is the essence of your existence. So if you wake up in the morning, all your thinking doesn't put you pressure. You're let me just do the easy thing. Let me just do the easy thing. Your life will end up the average life. Easy work is the hard work. Hard work is the smart work. There are some of us, listen to the sound of my voice. Anything hard work, anything they give you hard. No, you're running away from anything that will challenge your mind. Do you know why? When you become 60 years old, you will discover that your brain, you have just tapped 2% of it. Some of us have not taxed this brain for the past 5 years. Nothing has worried you to put your brain under pressure to say, what is happening? No, nothing has given you sleepless nights. The work you do does not just type F4, F10. Just do this, do this, do this. You're just wasting your life. You're just arranging a life of mediocrity. You're just arranging the normal average life. Your existence is culminating to average nothing, just so you know. I'm just telling you. You're not ready to push yourself. Look at the legends of this world. I recently watched a fight, one of the greatest fights in recent history. Chris Eubank Jr. versus Conor Benn at Tottenham Hotspur. Fortunately, because of something I watched it. Listen, when the guy finished, it was total war. They gave everything. The winner was rushed straight put in the ambulance, rushed straight to the hospital. But he has a legacy that will outlive him. That's what life is all about. He was wounded when he was leaving the arena. He was battered, but he had his hand raised. And you see, those moments, I live for those moments. Because your life is not the amount of years you spend on earth, but the quality of the moments you have in your life. The moment you crack a code and say, Eureka, I have found it. That is the moment that defines your existence. Because you have put yourself under so much pressure and something breaks out of you. Thomas Edison found the light bulb. He didn't find it eating a shawarma and ice cream. It was on the 10,000th time that it broke out of him. Look at the legends of this world. How is this life so beautiful? People pay the price, not by sleeping on silk sheets, but by leaving their comfort zone to make their existence count, to make their existence worth the while. What work are you doing? You wake up in the morning, you're sweeping, you're doing things that you're wasting your life, and you think you're smart, you're dodging work, you're dodging responsibility. Anything that I don't want my mental health, or you carry your mental health and end up as a waste. No, I don't think that will tamper. It's just me. No, carry your me and end as an average soul, and your name. You come to a point where your great-grandchildren will be asking you, did he leave? Did he leave? He didn't leave. You existed because they existed for, woe to them that they exist for pleasure. Where are the men that will stand and say, I am responsible for certain things in my generation? And they go to work, they leave their comfort zone. They tackle their hard sentences. They go there and they war. And at the end of the day, they come out with bruises, but their life has reward, not just in this life, but in the life after this world. Where the men that are ready to leave their comfort zone and bet a civilization that years after they are gone, their lives will be remembered. Somebody walked this earth. Martin Luther King Jr. is a human being. Nelson Mandela. There are many people, their names you may not hear. He said it does not necessarily mean that people will hear your name. That's selfish. I don't need anyone to hear my name. But let it be that this tripod that is standing this phone, somebody bettered my life. Somebody brought out the phone I'm using. Years ago, there was no Zoom. I couldn't have this meeting with over 3, but somebody brought out YouTube. Somebody brought out Zoom. Somebody brought out the things that are making the world a living heaven. What are you bringing? What is your contribution? You don't want to stress your mind. You don't want to stress yourself. You don't just solve baby girl's life. That is what you want to do. You're defining your existence. And when you see, when your life comes to an end, you discover that you wasted. That's when you know that all those baby girl, baby boy things didn't help you because you lived, but you existed, but you didn't live. Some people some people are so addicted to validation that they see something they can do because people are saying they want people's validation. No, I'm not doing this thing because people say it's not good. People don't accept this kind of thing because you're looking for validation. You're looking for easy things. You don't want criticism. Show me a great man that passed this world that was not criticized. Show me now. Show me. Show me someone whose life made a meaning, that wasn't criticized, that wasn't attacked. Everybody was praising, not even Nelson Mandela, not even Mother Teresa. Who? I think Donald Trump is the president of America because CNN murdered him practically. In fact, if media could kill a soul, he was. But look at him, the 47th president of America. This is what life stands for. That is what he didn't come here to eat, drink, sleep, and die. No, you came here to add your quota to existential humanity so that the world will become a better place because you passed through it. And you can't do it lying on sick sheets, on a sick sheet. You do it leaving your comfort zone. You do it entering into battles. You do it under pressure. At the end of the day, it's not how many years you live, or how well you live. How old was Martin Luther King when he died? 40 years old. But he has a day to commemorate him. It's not the amount of years that you live. Some people are dead, yet they remember them. Some people are alive. Nobody knows they're existing. What kind of work would define your existence? I want validation. This thing, they say, that is the business that you're doing now. What is network marketing now? Don't go and get a good job. Because something you know that is correct. Because 2-3 people are not giving you validation. If you want, go and sell ice cream. If you want everybody to be clapping for you, go and sell ice cream. At the end of the day, you will check the life. It's all those people at the end of the day, you check the life you have lived. Nobody has been impacted, apart from maybe from you and your immediate family. Some people, even their immediate family, they're not impacting. And you're aging. Guys, today there is Workers' Day. What kind of work are you doing? Easy work. I don't want stress. I don't want this. I don't want this. It's a life of mediocrity. If Thomas Edison, if Mark Zuckerberg, if Larry Ellison, if Steve Jobs, I say I don't want stress, do you think you will have the kind of life? If the Wright brothers did not plant the planes in the sky, if people did not, if they got the 1% crazy, if they did not go crazy, imagine you're here, AC is blowing you, life is good, everything in this place is clean and glamour. But people made it happen. What are you making happen in your life, in your world? Are you a consumer person? What are you producing? But before the people that produce it, they went to pressure. Their work defined their existence. They rolled up their sleeves and went to work. They were not doing baby boy, baby girl. They went to work. At the end of the day, they looked back and they could see the fruit of their labor. And they could go back and say, yes. People could say, yes, you lived, you lived, you lived, you lived. You did not just exist. Goats exist. Baboons exist. What's the difference between you and a baboon? There has to be something that your life counts for. How many people around your life can say, thank God for Kunle, thank God for Margaret? If not for you, how many people have you impacted their lives? Why? Because you're not ready to put yourself under pressure. The easy work is the hard work. The hard work is the smart work. Choose the life you want to live. But you know what I've chosen? I've chosen to wake up in the morning and task my mind. I've chosen to wake up in the morning and solve problems. I've chosen to wake up in the morning and put myself under pressure. I've chosen to wake up in the morning and leave my comfort zone. I've chosen to wake up in the morning and help a generation be emancipated. I've chosen to wake up in the morning and raise warrior leaders. I've chosen to wake up in the morning and say, this is the problem. I want to tackle it. I want to tackle it. I've chosen to wake up in the morning and be criticized if need be, but pursue something that will outlive me. Pursue something that will change my world. Pursue something that will change my generation. Let my work speak something in the lives of people. I've chosen to wake up in the morning and create a legacy that will outlive me. I've chosen to wake up in the morning and better the lives of people around me. I've chosen to wake up in the morning and affect my world for good. I've chosen to wake up in the morning and choose smart work, which is real hard work, and not the easy work. I've chosen to work smart, so that 4 or 5 years from now, although I've worked smart in my life, so right now, but 4 or 5 years from now, I'll conquer more territories. 4 or 5 years from now, I'll land in a city and people say, oh, yes, you changed my life. Oh, that thing you did. Oh, that training. You said that training you did. I listened to it and it changed everything about me. God bless you. You said that thing that you did. Oh, for helping me, for doing this. I've chosen to wake up in my life and go to a community and change the community. I've chosen to make my life count. And for that to happen, I need to get into the hard work, which is the smart work. I need to be willing to take criticism. I need to be willing to go under pressure. I need to be able to say, can't sit down there, take insults, take everything. Come on, who cares? Who really, really cares? I'm ready to go to the trenches. I'm really to work hard, which is smart. So that at the end of the day, I will smile and say, yes, my life counted for something. Ladies and gentlemen, today is Workers' Day. What is your existence all about? Is it dodging responsibilities? They give you work. No, it's not my work. Because some people, before you even say, I won't do it. Excuse it. I'm not going to do it. It's not my work. No, it's not for me. You're running away. Choose wisely today. Choose wisely. Hard work versus smart work. The hard work is the smart work. The easy work is the hard work. This thing you're doing, nobody like, that's where I want to go. That's where I want to go. I don't want to go where everybody is clapping for me. Commendation, condemnation, I don't really care. I want to serve my generation by the work that I do. I want to add integrity to everything I do. I want to be selfless and sacrifice. I want to serve my generation. It's not about if I'm fixing fan, if I'm fixing AC, that is my work. I want to fix AC in such a way that if I fix AC for somebody, he will carry me in his mouth everywhere. You see, if you want any AC fixed, look at that, Baba. That's the person. I want to leave my imprint in the lives of people, that when they encounter me, they won't forget me, and make their life better and make their life easier. And at the end of the day, when all is said and done, when your eulogy is being read, you say, yes, at least I tried. That's the essence of work. Choose wisely so that you have reward, not just in this life, but when you're gone, in the life to come, you will definitely get rewarded. That brings me to the end of my training. I'll bring end of the J leaders, Mr. Ronke or Mr. Kelechi, can come up and close the meeting. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much, boss. Thank you so much, boss. That was amazing. That was amazing as per usual. In fact, there's nothing to add or to remove from the meeting. We just need to go and become better workers. We need to work smart. Thank you so much, boss. We promise to be more consistent. We promise to sharpen our skills and leave a legacy. Let's go to the comments and go and type what you have learned from today's meeting and make a commitment. It's the 1st of May. We're making a commitment to start our business and fresh and be true workers. Thank you so much, boss. God bless you. We love you. And we're going to make you proud. Good night, everybody. Take care.